I'm Mo. It is March Mystery Madness this month, and I was trying to think of a video that I could do where I recommended some mystery books, but I didn't want to do a 5 mystery favorites, and I was trying to think of some mystery books that I've read that I enjoy that maybe are a little bit different than what many people have read. So I came up with three books that contain mysteries that have a supernatural, paranormal, otherworldly aspect to them. These are books that some of them are classified as mysteries, some of them are not, but they all have a strong mystery element to them, and I think they fit into the March Mystery Madness theme of 2 by 2 or doubles. I enjoyed all of these books. I've read them at very different times in my life. Some of them I've read multiple times, some of them I've only read once. So let's look at 3 sort of paranormal books that I think you might be interested in. The first book is Through a Glass Darkly by Helen McCloy. Helen McCloy was an American mystery writer writing in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, and I happened to come across this book at a library sale. I didn't know anything about it, but it sounded really interesting. I read this book in 2020, and it was one of my favorites of the year. It is a really short little mystery that harkens to the golden age of mystery, even though it takes place later, and it is one of her books in the series of Dr. Basil Willing. Dr. Basil is a medical doctor living in New York, but he often gets called on cases having to do with murder or mysterious deaths. In this book, his love interest has just gotten a new job at an all-girls school, and when she goes there, she befriends another teacher who is struggling at the school. Gisella's friends is starting to unravel. She's seeing things, and mysterious things are happening to her. Gisella wants to help her new friend, and she tells Dr. Basil Willing all about it. Gisella ends up being embroiled in this other teacher's issues and even seeing some things that don't make sense herself. Is there a ghost at this all-girls school? And why does this mystery lead to a remote beach house in New Jersey? I really loved this book. It was very captivating, very witty and fun and well written, and it definitely kept me guessing the whole time. I wasn't sure if the ghostly events and issues that were going on were real, were imagined, were paranormal, or maybe something else. I don't want to say too much because it is quite short. I think that if you like Golden Age mysteries or you like mysteries written in that kind of 30s through the 60s time period, this is just one well worth picking up. This one was written in 1949. I would love to read more of Helen McCloy's books, but I have not been able to find any. So I think this is a semi-forgotten American mystery author that we should bring back into the spotlight. I think that Through a Glass Darkly has quite a few doubles or 2 by 2 themes in it, some of which I don't want to give away, but if we want to categorize this, I think we can do 2 teachers trying to uncover a supernatural mystery. The next book I want to talk about is not really a mystery book, but it does contain a lot of mystery elements, and this is one that I've talked about quite a few times on my channel. It is The Prestige by Christopher Priest. I really love this book. I've read it several times, both physically and on audio. This one is a historical fiction about 2 magicians who are rivals. The 2 magicians fight over territory and over magical acts. Their rivalry grows to a ridiculous height. They're both willing to do just about anything to be the best magician and best each other whenever possible. This was also made into a movie starring Hugh Jackman, and I really enjoyed the movie as well, but I think the book adds a lot of really interesting elements that the movie didn't have, because this is told partly in diary form. There is a little bit of a dual timeline where in our present day someone is researching these two magicians, and also it has a lot of historical context, like meeting Nikola Tesla. This one definitely fits the theme of doubles for multiple reasons, and it fits the theme of 2x2 because we have two magicians. So we have two teachers and then two magicians. Those are the simplest ways that it fits the prompt, but once you read these books, you will know many more reasons why I picked these books to fit into that theme. Finally, something a little bit different, I have two books, both semi-mysteries, both with possibly supernatural elements to them, both by my favorite author, Douglas Adams, and both follow the weird and wily detective Dirk Gently. The first is Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. It also follows our main character Richard as he goes back to his university, St. Sed's, to meet up with one of his old professors. He is confused at the request to have dinner with his old professor because this professor was a very odd character. After they have dinner, some strange events start occurring, like finding a horse in his professor's bathroom. From there, Richard turns to his old schoolmate, Dirk, to try to come up with an answer to all these mysterious things. Dirk Gently is a holistic detective, and he believes that all things are interconnected, and the interconnectedness of life is what is going to solve his cases. This book has time travel and ghosts, electric monks, aliens, and Bach, and lots of other mysterious things going on. I would highly recommend this one, and then I would also recommend the sequel, The Long Dark Tea Time of the Soul. This book also follows Dirk Gently when he is on a case that he doesn't think is a real case, and then he starts looking for another case, and by having a car accident and stumbling on an alternate dimension, he finds the case that he was looking for. This, again, has a cast of side characters, but mainly follows Dirk as he has adventures with a hall full of Norse gods, menacing eagles, and other strange occurrences. I think both these books, although they contain mysteries, probably fall more in the realm of sci-fi and fantasy. I personally like Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency slightly better. I think it's a little bit more of a straightforward read, even though it does have mystical elements. But Long Dark Tea Time of the Soul might be a good comparison for those people who like Neil Gaiman's American Gods, but are looking for something a little different. Both of these are really interesting, probably paranormal, supernatural mysteries. These fit the 2x2 theme by being two books, and I think they fit for other reasons as well. When you read any of these books, please let me know, and let me know what other themes of 2x2 or doubles that you saw in the books that I recommend here. Have you read any of these supernatural mysteries? If so, let us know in the comments below, and let me know which one you would recommend to a wider audience. I hope that everyone is doing really well with their March Mystery Madness reading. I know I am. Thanks so much for joining me today. Have a good one. Bye!